How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of Jersey-born, I have no idea what it is, in the form of Cape May Brewing Company. It is their mop water. It says here it's a 5-spiced ale. What kind of beer is that? I have no idea. Let's read into it, see what she's got. What else do we have on here? 7.3% alcohol by volume, so not the tiniest beer in the history of mankind. German malts and warm spices. On the back it says, Chief Mop Man mandated a beer brewed with cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, allspice, and an S-load of real vanilla. Combine these spices with flavors of German malts creates a brown ale. Okay, there you go. Perfect for cool autumn evenings and bitter winter nights. That's pretty much it. Don't overthink it. Just drink it. Done and done. Label-wise, it's pretty much Cape May to a T. They pretty much keep their labeling exactly the same for all their beers. Just kind of have slight variants on it. Here's the thing. Brown ale. It sounds like their take on a winter warmer, but almost like an autumn warmer. Kind of like an October-based kind of warmer. So instead of going just kind of straight up winter warmer with those kind of spices, it's like a subtle pumpkin spice with a little bit of winter warmer spice and a 7.3% brown ale. I can actually get down with that. So yeah, let's dive into this sucker, see what she's got. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if Cape May actually makes a pumpkin beer, but this could be their version of a pumpkin beer if they do not make them. You're talking about almost index finger infinite creaminess on there. I mean, that thing is ridiculously creamy. It has kind of like a just south of khaki, but kind of more of like a bit more of a tannish kind of head. It's weird. It's not khaki, but it's almost at that level of color. And, you know, super tight compact bubbles, and it has that kind of pumpkin beer vibe to it as far as looks go. So, rich brown with a very clear body to it. It's not something with a bit of particulate or haze or anything like that floating around there. It's pretty damn clear. So, let's see if I can get a nose on her. Yeah, it's kind of exactly what I thought it would be, which is that kind of marriage between a pumpkin ale and a winter warmer. Definitely leaning a little bit closer to that kind of winter warmer area. Then you get that added pop of that vanilla in there. It just definitely makes it kind of a sitting by the fire kind of beer they're kind of trying to throw out there. I kind of dig it. You know, winter warmers I'm a big fan of. I can get down with them quite a bit. You know, pumpkin beers, if they're done well, are pretty awesome too. It's one of those things where I've said this before. It's the first time I've said it, but there's two kind of pumpkin beers. There's good beers that happen to have pumpkin in them. There's shitty beers that happen to have pumpkin in them. But they tend to get a bad rap, just because I guess the whole winter spiced pumpkin latte thing. I don't know, but winter warmers don't really catch that much flack, and they're very similar beers. But you get the marriage of the two in here with that big pop of vanilla. I kind of dig it. It's cool out tonight. It's like 58 degrees outside. Kind of gonna foot the bill almost. Hopefully. Cheers. Ooh. Really spicy, really dry. It's coming off like super nutmeg forward for me. That allspice, that's what's really coming through. The vanilla portion of the show does add a little bit of sweetness to that kind of dryness and kind of balances out a little bit. It's very spice heavy now. Reading the can, you kind of assume it's going to be spice heavy based off of what's written. But it was a big pop, a little bit bigger than I thought I'd be ready for. What I assumed was going to come with it. You get a little bit of soft, kind of rich, creamy malts, a little bit of kind of soft caramel, a little bit of soft, rich sweetness. But man, that spicing is really big. The nose was nice. I dug it. I like the impact on the nose, but the way that allspice is coming off, to how heavy-handed it is, with the way how heavy-handed that nutmeg is. That's the big kind of sticking point for me. How dry and how big that nutmeg is. It kind of throws the whole beer off for me. I liked the concept, though. I like that concept of marrying that winter warmer with a pumpkinish kind of beer, spicing-wise. But this one's a little bit kind of herky-jerky for me, a little bit too kind of out of kilter, if you will. But I like it. I want that. I want this concept to be refined. I think it could work. I think it would be a really popular beer, to be perfectly honest with you. But just that nutmeg, way too big for me. This kind of keeps the beer from being enjoyable. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better spiced beers I've had as late. No, it just, if you tamp down that nutmeg, I think it would be kind of something that really would kind of pique my interest, pique my taste buds. But just it being that big and that drying just kind of does it in for me. Value and availability, no idea. Actually, Kate May sent it to me, so if people out there know what it costs and where to get it, that would be pretty awesome. I think it's like they get a lot of stuff around the Philly area, and their price point's usually not that bad. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like, winter spiced, if you like, fruit cake and pumpkin spice and all that kind of thing, and you are a nutmeg junkie, you're gonna love this. But I mean, how dry that nutmeg comes off and how impactful it is. Sure, it may die with time, but I'm sure it's going to die equally with a lot of those spices, so I don't know if it's going to end up balancing out. It might. But if that's what you're into, then this will do you proper. Otherwise, yeah, not a winner for me, unfortunately. So there you go. Another review in the books. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little pumpkin-esque winter warmer right now, and hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.